Good evening, viewers of Voice of Canada. We are once again here with you all, the viewers of Voice of Canada. We have got a very wonderful guest, a known community activist, Kamil, along with your host, Asphandiar Wadiwalla, and your charming co-host, Kavita Metha. So, Mr. Kamil, we welcome you, and we wish to inform our viewers that you have finally put your step further down by contesting for Ward 6 for the forthcoming local council elections, which is scheduled for October 24th. So give us your views, introduce to our viewers what you plan to do, and then we'll go with our questionnaires.
Okay, thank you very much, Asphandiar Sahab, inviting me in your show. My goal and my aim in this Ward 6 is to, it's very neglected ward in this great city. I'm living in this ward for the last 13 years, never met with my councillor, and there are lots of complaints we got getting from the residents, especially like garbage, removal of the snow, car theft, and
all local problems, which are connected.
Yes. So we think that there needs to be change in upcoming election.
We need fresh blood.
Yes.
True. Let me add to this Kamil's comment. We have got about 11 councillors in Mississauga,
correct,
which is a very, very huge council. When a city like Toronto, with such vast territory, can operate with 25 councillors, why can't Mississauga operate with just 6 councillors? Because it is a burden on taxpayers, and we as property owners and taxpayers are paying their perks, their salaries and everything, and at the same time they are ruling and they are trying to sit on our heads. Let me tell you very clearly that from my platform of Voice of Canada, I will be talking very loudly as the days are passing by that we need just 6 councillors. We do, and just retire the remaining 5 who are completely redundant.
I'm your co-host, Kavita Metha, in this episode of Voice of Canada, hosted by Asphandiar Wadiwalla and myself, Kavita. We welcome our show today with Mr. Kamil. Welcome to our show. Would you like to inform our valued viewers about what prompted you to put your foot down in this Ward 6? I know you have said a little bit, but just explain a bit further.
Kavita, as I said, that I'm living in this ward for the last 13 years. So I'm very much concerned that we residents are paying high taxes and getting very less civic facilities. Our many residents, they complain that their garbage is not being picked up properly or on time, especially in the winter time. Our street is the last street which the snow is removed.
Wow.
And there are many residents who are complaining that the law and order situation is not good. There are many, almost every day, 1 or 2 cars
Crime
being
is badly
stolen.
increasing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cars theft is there. Domestic thefts are there. Domestic violence is increasing.
There, and there is no law and order. So I believe that there should be a better management, better person to represent the Ward 6. Our present councillor, I think he is more than 75 years old.
He has finished his life. According his working life is over, but due to their own greediness and selfishness, they want to sit and stick to the chair at the cost of taxpayers and property owners.
Yeah, and I would say the best part is that you are living in that ward, so
correct,
you can represent it.
And you're a young blood, and you being a political activist, you know the problems of your people, especially of Ward 6. At the same time, you have worked thoroughly in Mississauga, the city of Mississauga, in Mississauga Center also.
Yeah.
Mr. Kamil, as you are a visionary leader, and you have really helped. We have seen you very, very active in political field during the past elections, provincial elections, as well as even you have taken part in the federal elections, helping our candidates who are deserving. Just tell us, what are the reasons that the current councillor has gone so lethargic? They are not delivering the goods or their work they are not doing, and the people are suffering. And it is not only in your ward. There is another ward next to you, which is Ward 10. There are lots of grievances in Ward 10. She has also completed her working life, but she doesn't want to quit the chair because third-party councillors are non-party. That is the major problem, that they get elected with the group of their own stooges they have kept.
Yeah, so Asphandiar, Wadiwalla, yeah, you are quite right. Actually, the problem is there is no accountability. There, like as I said, that in my opinion, there should be accountability by the provincial government, and like people of the ward, they should also review the performance of the councillor. In many cases, I met many people. They are not aware the name who is their councillor. Wow. This is the problem. I think each and every taxpayer should
be politically conscious
and they participate because they are paying the taxes.
They should know who is their local councillor
and what they are doing.
Who is their MPP and who is their MP.
That's right.
At least in the time of the need, they can approach the right person.
That's right. Yeah. So,
go ahead.
You've been a resident of Mississauga nearly 20 years, and in Ward 6, you're saying you're residing for the past 13 years with your family. So what issues have you noticed in your ward which has not been addressed even once? And like by your long-term city councillor who is right now serving, and you came forward to serve your residents. What is the one thing that you would like to bring upon?
Yes, thank you, Kavita, for asking me this question. Actually, as a resident, I feel that our Ward 6 is very highly neglected ward. I'm very active in my local politics, but despite of that I'm very active, I never had a chance to meet my councillor.
Wow.
And I'm door knocking every day. I am meeting so many people. And I asked them, did you ever met with your councillor? And not single person said, yes, we met our councillor.
But if you attend events, he's always there, eating dinners and taking pictures.
Yeah, and so many people were complaining about the carjacking, car theft, break-in, snow is not being removed, garbage is not being picked up on time, so many issues. So I'm not the one who can solve this issue. Yes, I'm noting down these grievances, and I'm promising them that once I will be elected,
you can be a voice.
You can be a strong voice representing them in the Council of Mississauga.
Yes.
Mr. Muhammad Kamil, as you're from a very well-known Muslim community, the Pakistanis. You're a Canadian, but you're Pakistani origin.
Right.
Just tell me the reason why up till now Mississauga has got a huge population, huge community. There is not a single Pakistani councillor.
Asphandiar, Wadiwalla, it's a very interesting question. Unfortunately, most of the people, they are very innocent. They don't understand the mainstream politics, and they don't understand who are playing game. They just willingly give the red carpet to any MPP.
But that is not innocent.
Yeah.
Many of them I know, they are very, very shrewd. Mm-hmm. They have got their own motives. And in Urdu we say, They are always there. Ji Hazur, hum hazir hai.
Yeah.
That is their attitude.
Yeah, you know better.
I am also a community activist, a political activist
Yeah.
from federal and provincial government in a very big city, which is, I think, it's the fifth in Canada.
That's right.
Fifth in Canada. And we have got a very huge Muslim population, especially from Pakistan, Islamic Republic of Pakistan, I would say. So tell me, how come in so many years, and I know some of them who are here in Canada for last 35, 40 years,
That's right.
and they could not penetrate into politics. They are just running behind the elected representatives, some with the camera, some with the bag, some with God knows what. And their attitude has remained, Ji Hazur, hum hazir hai.
Yeah.
So why they don't have any significant feeling in the heart how they can serve their communities?
In my opinion, Asphandiar, Wadiwalla, Sahab, the most of the people, they don't take politics seriously. And some people, they are prominent, they are around the councillors, around the mayor. But in my opinion, they are looking just name and fame. They
Or their
looking-
picture ops.
Their picture, yeah. So they are not, they're supposed to bring the young blood, new blood, to participate in the upcoming election. But and I feel sometime, and although I don't believe in community, politics, and that I'm from Pakistan, so I have the right.
No, there should be a
But-
representation
but
with the
they-
numbers.
But in my opinion, the Mississauga is a very diversified city. So each and every community has the right to represent and to send their representative in the city hall.
Because in our Mississauga Council, we have got 11 councillors.
Right.
They belong to various small communities, much smaller than Muslims even.
Right, that's
How
right.
they get them elected?
Yeah, this is very unfortunate.
Because
and
they are conscious to
Yeah.
serve Canada and serve the people.
That's right. So let's try this time.
Definitely. We
yeah.
wish you all the best because you have put your foot down, and we wish that the face of Mississauga Council should finally change. And we say the dark clouds over the 5 wards should be removed finally. After 16 years, more than 16 years, they're sitting by force as their own fathers' jagirs. In Urdu, we call it jagirs.
Yeah, I think a change is coming. Change is
So
coming.
the change is imminent. People have become conscious and they have harassed enough, lots of residents. The political revenge they have taken, they have harassed very badly. We elected them to serve the people and not to do the policing.
That's
They have
right.
practically become police over our heads. And when we complain to the provincial government also doesn't take very seriously, whereas they are just a corporation. They are mere public servants. I would rather repeat, the councillors are just public servants and they should strictly serve to the ward's residents.
That's right. Yeah, I agree.
So Mr. Kamil, you have very big shoes to fill. That means, you're going to be the first Islamic Pakistani council member if elected. My question to you is, what, in your opinion, is the current terms of getting elected to a third tier of our system? And all the non-partition due to which there's no check on them, and they stay elected councillors, that some of them are like totally arrogant and they don't even talk to the constituents. Would you emphasize on this issue?
Thank you for asking me this question. In my opinion, I feel that I feel that if I will be elected as a councillor, I will ready to serve the community, to serve the resident, and I will not feel that I am a councillor. I am a servant of the people who are elected, because whatever salary and perks I'll be getting from the taxpayers.
Taxpayer and the property
So
owners.
there's that kind of attitude supposed to be by the elected councillor or even the MP or MPP. So I don't know if someone is doing that. That's completely wrong, and I don't agree with that.
Let me add a comment to this, that you are aware that the Milton Muslim community is much, much younger to the Mississauga. And the Milton has just been formed just a decade ago.
Right.
But they have got 2 Pakistani councillors, for information. And with the 24th October, the current regional councillor is seeking the election as a mayor.
That's very good. Wonderful.
Z Hamid has sent me a note because he knows me since long.
Mhm.
He's contesting for mayor.
That's
And
good.
God willing, he has got a good support. We wish him all the best from our platform that he should win as a mayor of Milton.
Wish him good luck. Good luck.
Acha, my question to you is that as you are aware that the councillors and the council are just a corporation under the province of Ontario.
Right.
The premier is the head of them also, and he has appointed a minister, a provincial minister, to look into the affairs of housing and municipalities,
Right.
who is Mr. Steve Clark in Mr. Doug Ford's cabinet. But unfortunately, they are not very effective. The councillors even show eyes, they don't pay heed even to the minister's requests that what is happening, why this resident is being harassed. Nothing is being done. And even the government has formed the regulatory bodies over here, which is an eyewash to show it to the public that there is an accountability for councillors and all government servants. But in actual fact, it's not the case.
Yeah, this is very alarming, I think. And as I said, that I'm not councillor yet, but if I would be elected as a councillor, I would definitely work with the sitting MPP, and I already have very good working relationship with her. So I don't see any problem within Ward 6 because the Ward 6 councillor and the sitting MPP will work together.
Definitely.
And there will be 2 separate government, but there will be a very good cooperation. And that's cooperation I need to see, I want to see in each ward. So in my opinion, this kind of attitude or this kind of environment should be changed.
But again, on this question only, let me add a comment that I would again emphasize that the Premier should slash the 6 councillors now out of 11 because we cannot afford. The people of Mississauga, they are under heavy stress and strain financially after the pandemic, and we must have just 6 councillors. Why 6? We can have each councillor managing 2 wards, and only our ward number 5, which is the largest demographically,
yes.
population-wise, and it has got a lot of issues because it's not a high tax-paying area also,
That's
Ward
right.
5.
Yeah.
So they should have a full-time independent councillor. But we need a fresh blood over there too. So we'll be going on a short break and we'll be back shortly.
Welcome back after our short break to our weekly show, Voice of Canada, hosted by Asphandiar Wadiwalla and myself, co-hosting Kavita Metha. We have our amazing guest here, Mr. Kamil. Please express your views on the current working of our Mississauga red tape going on in our city, and as some of the royal councillors who presume that the wards they were elected in is their family property, and how Mr. SVG says jagir hai wo. At the same time, they've turned these wards into islands and colonies that they are, restricted themselves to their own limitations, and there's nothing going on.
It's their rule only. Even if any other councillor would like to come and visit anybody, they go
They're
and
not
fight
allowed.
with them.
Yeah.
And that has happened.
Yeah, that's very sad if it's happening. And as I said, that if I will be elected as a councillor, I will make sure that I will represent each and every person in the city council, and this kind of attitude will not happen at least in my ward.
So would you be suggesting to the government, Mr. Muhammad Kamil, to bring a legislature for more effective measures to be taken against the councillors who think they are untouchables and they have become royals, they have become bigger than even senators. Senate is also a body which doesn't belong to, means no, they are totally elected by the Prime Minister.
Right.
And they hardly, they do have affiliation, the party nominates them, but they are partyless.
Yeah, in my opinion, the provincial government has more resources, more information than you and us, and they have more power than you and us. And I'm sure the current Ontario government is aware of that, and maybe they should take the effective action, whatever is going on in any municipality, including Mississauga.
Go ahead.
So our great city of Mississauga is very diverse, and we have many indigenous problems like the housing, education, healthcare, and inadequate facilities for the veterans and the seniors who are badly suffering. What would you say to that?
Yeah, that's a very good question. In my opinion, there are lots of issues about the seniors. They are the most neglected people in our society. Some people, they feel isolated, they are neglected. So if I would be elected as a councillor, I would definitely look into this matter, and I will arrange more events, more program for the seniors. I will try to raise the issue about the low income housing in Ward 6, because people cannot afford the high to buy the houses or to rent the houses. It's very expensive in these days.
Right.
So definitely I will look into the matter.
Mr. Mohammed Kamil, give us your views and your comments, because it's not entirely a matter. The question which I'm asking is concerning councillors only. It's a provincial also. As you are aware that soon after the pandemic, the healthcare system has gone very bad. The system has gone so bad that people have to wait for 10 hours. Then they go for emergency treatment in emergencies, and they are not being treated. And many of them with pain and sufferings, they rather wish to return untreated. So that is also giving us a very, very bad example to the Canadians, because the same system goes on in UK.
Right.
And then how come they run so efficiently with much, much bigger population?
Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Wadiwalla, and I think this system needs to be improved. There should be a more accountability, and definitely if I will be elected as a councillor, I will work with the sitting MPP in our area. She has lots of experience as a nurse.
She's a nurse.
She's a professional
nurse, and she still serves
yes,
the hospital.
Yes. So definitely, and I have very good relationship with her. Definitely, we will try to work on this issue and make sure that the taxpayer should get better facilities and better treatment.
Go ahead.
As you're also aware that our education system is not going so smoothly, and we, the taxpayers, are the real contributors to our education system here. How will you improve the loopholes when you are elected
Because
as the
it's
Ward
very
6?
much connected to the city government, because the school board trustees also,
Yes.
they are connected to the council and the councillors, and everything from our property taxes, the schools
Yes.
are being paid.
Right.
So it's a very, very
I
matter
know.
of the third tier.
Yeah, it's a very concerning, I think, and as I said, if I will be elected as a councillor, I will definitely in contact with the school board trustee. I will have quarterly or monthly meeting with them,
Mhm.
and we'll see what's going on. And even if I will see if I can arrange parents and a school board trustee and councillor meeting to find out what is going on, how we can improve. And if I'll get the feedback from the parents and from the school board trustee, my job will be to convey these issues to the MPs and to the Minister of Education to resolve this issue.
To get some action
Yes.
taken.
Currently, I know a school board trustee who is there for 8 years. I'm connected to the Peel District School Board myself.
Right.
But in 8 years' time, I've never seen the school board trustee coming to the school.
Wow, that's not.
And now she's contesting for Ward 9 as a councillor. So how can you expect such people who have not done their past duties well are going to perform well as councillors?
I agree. Yeah.
So people should open their eyes before casting their votes.
I was going to say the same thing as but here we, as the citizens, like as the residents of Mississauga, have a role to play too. We should be
Right.
educated enough to see who we are electing.
Mr. Mohammed Kamil, there is a very strong demand since last many years from our seniors, especially Mississauga and even the whole Peel, that the property taxes should be freezed for seniors with a certain area, not that you have just bought a house and you ask for a freeze. If a person who is the owner of that house for more than 10 years, he should be given a break.
Right.
And they should not act arrogantly with that person, because many of our seniors, when they discuss with us as a community activist, told me that when they told the councillor, okay, why don't you put a legislation forward to freeze the property taxes? It will give some relief to us. So the councillor told them openly and bluntly, downsize it, sell your property, go to long-term care homes.
Wow. I don't think this is an appropriate reply. In my opinion, if I would be elected as a councillor, I would definitely raise this issue. I will definitely work for the seniors and will present a motion in the city council that those who are seniors and they cannot afford the high taxes, their taxes must be freezed. And I'm not saying that I will get it approved, but I can
But
say...
you agree to the suggestion. That's a very old demand,
Yes.
a long time demand.
I will definitely raise this issue.
So we'll be going on a short break and we'll be back shortly.
Welcome back after our short break to our weekly show, Voice of Canada, hosted by Asphandiar Wadiwalla. Currently, you must be door knocking in your Ward 6. What are the main grievances that you are hearing from your ward residents, which they're not happy? And what else is needed to be done in your ward in this new term of 2022 councillors after October 24th?
Thank you very much for asking this question. Currently, every day we are door knocking and asking the question, what is their concern, what is their issues, and if I will be elected, what kind of issues I should raise in the city hall. So the common question, the issues residents are saying is that there are lots of car theft is going on, and nothing is being happened, like no action is being taken, just they get the police report and they submit to the insurance and get the money. This is not acceptable. This is not the solution.
And the people suffer who has lost the car for 5 to 6 weeks.
And they are very much scared and traumatized.
Right.
So they don't feel secure. So in my opinion, security is the number one issue. Number two is that many people, they are complaining that their garbage is not being picked up or pick up like next day, or in the winter time their snow is not being removed properly, and they have to call the private guys to remove the snow once the snow truck gone.
Right.
So this is not the way it should be improved.
Plus, the common problem with the residents is that the city crew, which comes to remove the snow, they block your...
That's the main issue. That's the main issue.
And there are lots of people you won't
complaining.
believe. Even my car cannot pass.
It's very common. It's very
they
common.
They make a mountain of snow in front of your exit entrance.
This is not acceptable. And I will make sure that this issue must be addressed if I will be in the city hall. And the second big issue people are raising is that property tax is already too high, and they want break. They want at least 2 years freeze in their property tax. And I agree with them. Once I will be elected, I can assure my Ward 6 resident that I will raise this issue. I will make sure that I will raise this issue again and again and very strongly. I will make a lobby with other councillors and talk to the residents and debrief them that I raised this issue and what is happening. I will update them and make sure this must be resolved.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mr. Mohammed Kamil, the present term is about to get over soon.
Right.
It is practically finished. Lots of illegal decisions have been taken by some councillors in wards, like banning the parkings and various harassments to the residents purely for the political differences with them. Will you be able to help those residents and ask the government to review them? once you are elected as a councillor?
Mr. Wadiwalla, I can assure you that I'm not the mayor. I will not be the mayor of Mississauga.
I know that, but if you can raise
but-
the issue,
but-
you'll be in a position to raise the issue.
But if I'll be elected, I can assure you, not a single person in Ward 6 will be unhappy, will complain that he is being harassed by any staff of the Mississauga city or any councillor in my ward. I can guarantee you that I will be working as a servant of the resident.
But
Yeah.
broaden your horizon, Mr. Kamil.
Mhm.
But that doesn't mean that only you're going to serve Mississauga Ward 6.
Right.
You're a Canadian
Right.
and you are a councillor from Mississauga.
Right.
So if any problems from any other wards also is highlighted, it's your duty to look into it, speak to the councillor of that concerned ward and try to bring some solution to that issue.
Yeah, I will definitely look into it, and I will try to resolve it amicably, peacefully, and there should be a solution for every problem.
Go ahead.
In our city of Mississauga and actually overall Ontario, we are facing Islamophobia issues, and often there are ugly cases happening in your Muslim community. Will the city work in hand for safety and security for these kind of residents and issues? What measures do you think you will be taking?
Very good question. I don't know, many people may not know that in the past I arranged interfaith dialogue. I brought many different faith under one roof, and we exchange ideas and our values, our custom, just to bring each other closer. So this will be my idea that
We should continue
we
the
should continue.
interfaith dialogue.
And the second thing is, I as a councillor, I will arrange different kind of events. In that kind of event, different communities will come and celebrate Holi, Diwali, Eid, Muharram, Baisakhi, these kind of things. So these kind of events, if we will share with each other our value and our events, I'm sure this kind of things will decrease,
decline.
reduce the Islamophobia or any other kind of discrimination, in my opinion.
Because there are 2-3 communities which are prosecuted. We don't have much of the Jew population in Mississauga. Otherwise, if you see in other parts of GTHA, the Jews and the Muslims are the highly prosecuted community.
Yeah, this is very
For
unfortunate.
information. But off and on, in recent years, the attacks have been made on Muslims, which is not at all good.
Yeah,
Not at all good,
yeah,
because
that's right.
we all are Canadians. We must live in harmony. Off and on, from our platform of Voice of Canada, we say we have 40 religions and faiths here in Canada, and we don't have any state religion. So no community can claim that this is a this country state and that is a that country state.
That's right.
So let's live in harmony, peace, and love each other. Love thy neighbor.
That's right. Canada is a great country. It's a very beautiful country, very peaceful country. 99.99% Canadian, they are very peaceful, loving, caring, and sharing. So, like I'm living in Canada for the last 20 years, not a single time I'm being harassed or my daughter being harassed. The mosques are open. I can go and celebrate my Eid, Ramadan, everything.
All cultures,
Yeah,
all customs.
culture, and I celebrate, Christmas and Diwali and Holi with my friends. So, but yes, there are incidents happening, and we will try to, work with other communities.
Go ahead.
So, as an elected councillor, Ward 6, will you be raising the issue of gas prices, the high rate of inflation, cost of living, the carbon tax?
Because
Well,
these are general
definitely.
problems which can be taken up by the city to the
Definitely.
province and from province to federal.
Yes, as I said that since I'm already working with the sitting MPP in my area, I will definitely raise this issue in the meeting with the sitting MPP to convey our concerns, our problem, these kind of cost of living, gas prices, to take up with the Ontario government and with the federal government. So definitely I will raise this issue.
Mr. Mohammed Kamil, you are aware that the police comes under city council. Each city, we have got a region. Region
Right.
of Peel has got our own police, which consists from Mississauga, Brampton, Caledon. But Unfortunately, our police force has not been so effective in recent years due to, as the demographics have increased, populations have increased, crimes have increased, and lots of things are happening that petty crimes are not considered as a crime, and the victims are suffering, and those who have committed those crimes are roaming scot-free.
That's right. Yeah, I agree with you, and definitely it's a matter of concern for everyone, whether they have the office position or not. But being a taxpayer, I think I agree with you. And as a councillor, as an elected councillor, I will definitely work on it. I will convey and have meeting with the MP, with the police, with the mayor, and with other my co-councillors, and definitely we'll work with the Ontario government to improve the law and order situation and make sure that each taxpayer is feeling safe and sound, because we taxpayers are paying the money and salary to the law enforcement agencies also.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
our property taxes and all, police also gets the share.
Right. Yeah. So
Even the schools are getting shares, the hospitals are getting shares, the council is getting their share. So it has been all divided,
I agree.
you know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
As we have covered so many local issues pertaining our city of Mississauga today, would you like to give us your concluding remarks?
What I can say that, in my opinion, the Mississauga is a beautiful city,
Beautiful city,
and
wonderful
it's
city.
a growing city,
Yes.
and there are lots of immigrants are being settled, are coming every day. So the city of Mississauga City Council is not diversified. So people should think about it, because different communities has different issues.
Definitely.
Like this, I mean, the domestic violence, and domestic violence also is the main issue, but there are different grounds in different communities. The divorce, violence.
And even now the target killing.
Yeah, target killing, and these kind of issues being dealt with, like, need to be dealt very effectively. And I think this is the time that people should send new blood, new ideas, new people in the city, so they can resolve, they can work with the law enforcement agencies, they can work with the Ontario government. And I can make sure that, and I'm sure I'm giving assurance that I will work with the Ontario government, I will work with the people, and will bring a change in my ward.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
With that note, we would be ending our today's interview with Mohammed Kamil. We wish him all the best in the forthcoming elections of October 24th. Keep working hard, keep
Thank you.
knocking the doors, because we need you. The community needs you in Mississauga to raise a strong voice, and whatever was missing in the past, let it remain past, and look forward for a better future in not only Ward 6 but the whole of Mississauga.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully, once you are elected as a councillor, we will be inviting you again to congratulate you in our program and wish you all the best, that what you have done and you have achieved finally for our people of Mississauga.
Thank you,
ask-
Mr. Walia.
And ask harder questions.
Yeah. No. I want you at that time. I want you to ask me the question, what I have done,
Yes.
and if you
No,
need,
we'll have the celebrations
Yeah.
first on
Yes.
your winning,
Yeah.
and after that we'll be asking what you have done.
Yes.
That's right.
We look
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
So with that note, we are ending our today's interview. We'll be coming again with a brand new guest next week, next Saturday. Keep watching Voice of Canada, hosted by Asphandiar Wadiwalla, co-hosted by Kavita Metha, produced by Awaz TV Entertainment, Mississauga. We thank Mr. Mohammed Kamil once again and wish him all the best.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank-
Wadawalia, Miss Kavita.
Thank you.
Thank you, goodbye, adios, and God bless Canada.